Okay, so what we have here is the basic elements that come with your kit. It's everything you need to attach to your network. So you do need an existing network. Our connectors here, we have, this is for your, let's start here, audio. Oops. So there's your audio in and your audio out for those two jacks. That's your power. That's your reset switch. It's a little white button in here that you can push. That's for your RJ45, or your, you can call it your cat wire. Your network wire, which is enclosed with the packet, or you can use your own. And then this is for your external alarm system, should you have one of those. You have your installation CD, quick setup guide, Wi-Fi antenna, and then your power supply. So to get it started, it's very, very simple. One of the things I usually do is I just go with the Wi-Fi installation. So you screw in the Wi-Fi. Plug in. Take this off. Take this off. Now you have your power supply, which we then plug in to the power. And at this point, you have a couple of options. You can either connect it up internally to a local area network via your internet, your LAN cable, which these are Cat5 wires that come with it. And you can also go by hooking it up straight through Wi-Fi, as long as you've got a cell phone. You can download the Sumpple app. And then what you want to do on the app is, you can see the app. Let me pull it up that way. Yeah, that's better. You want to hit the blue button, which is add a camera. Oh, I'm sorry. That's live view. You want to hit this button right here, which says pause to add a camera. We are adding the S610. And you either can go by cable or Wi-Fi. We're going to choose Wi-Fi. Make sure the power's plugged in, and we know the power's plugged in because we have a green button on here, so we know for a fact there's power going through the circuit. So we'll hit next. Make sure we've got our Wi-Fi settings, and that's to make sure that your phone here, and yours may be a little bit different, but you want to make sure that your Wi-Fi is turned on your phone, and you're not using your 3G or your 4G network or anything like that. So once you know that your Wi-Fi is connected, and I can tell mine is because of the little icon, hit next, and now it's asking you to get ready to scan the code. On the S610, the code's right there, as you can see. So I'll hit next on the phone, and it's ready to scan. So we bring those in alignment. It's got the number, it's got the new information, which is also on the camera, and the actual numbers are listed right here below the barcode itself. So you could actually enter that manually if your phone does not scan properly. So we'll hit enter. Now it's asking you what network you want to use, and mine by default goes to mine, and then it asks you your password. The password in this case is for setting your Wi-Fi, so it's whatever your network key is, whatever your network ID is. So that's what you actually enter here. You will enter your password for that. Mine's already in there. So all I have to do is hit next, and it says, now have you reset the button for 10 seconds and allowed it 1 minute to reset the stuff. So what you want to do in this case is hit this, and it's labeled reset right there on that tag. You want to push that button in and hold it for about 10 seconds. And then you have to wait about a minute, because what it's doing is it's going to power down the camera and reboot the system and make sure all the memory and all the settings that are already in there are totally clear and they're back to the factory settings. That's important, because if it's not on the factory settings, then you'll have issues with this application going in there and automatically connecting it from the camera through your Wi-Fi in your home or business. So after a minute, you can say yes, and what it's doing now is it's going in and finding the camera and setting up the necessary parameters in order to hook up directly to your Wi-Fi automatically. From this point forward, it pretty much does everything on its own. You don't have to do anything until after it's connected, and that's to give the camera itself a password, which you can set to whatever you want. It says congratulations, setup successful. That's how easy it is to hook up to your network. And you hit next, and then here it's asking you if you want to enter at the top, it's asking you to enter the name of the camera that you want to use. I'll just call it S610 because that's what it is style wise, and then it says new password and confirm password. So it wants a password for the camera. I'll enter that. It wants me to confirm that password, so I'll do the confirmation and hit next. And now it's setting up, And you'll be able to see here, I'm going to brighten the screen back up a little bit, so I hope I don't get it too bright, but I want you to be able to see that it has already gone ahead and set everything up. Now this is dark because the camera by default is just pointing off somewhere, but as you can see, it's already ready to go. I can hit the buttons and change the pictures where it's going to. So, and since it's laying down, I'm kind of disoriented in my directions here, but you can see the camera's already working, and it's at this point you really don't have to do anything depending on what application you're going to do. If you're going to use your phone to record, you'll want to set up your phone. If you're wanting to save, like this particular uses a SD card, micro SD card, and I'll show you now how to put one of those in there. It's very simple, but that's all the configurations really that you're going to go through on this menu, because your Wi-Fi is already set up. You can change your video settings if you want to the whether it's 50 kilohertz, 60 kilohertz, or video or outdoors. Change your time zone for the video settings, your sensitivity and detection, your memory card. Like I said, this has an audio in and an audio out jack, so if you'll need a powered system, which is standard with most cameras, that as far as what you require. But if you have a powered mic, and what I mean by that, it's the power comes externally from the camera itself. The camera doesn't supply anything. It's just a conduit for the audio. But if you have a powered amp for your speakers and a powered mic, you can hook those up and do audio recording and speak through it. And then you have your volume for that, your reset button here, or reboot if you need to, and then several other settings right now for the alarm schedules, push notify. You can turn that push notify off or on here, and that's with the alarm goes off. If you want your phone to buzz or ring or whatever, you can turn it on and it'll let you know. But I will go ahead and, since we're on this subject of the storage, I have a micro SD card here, and I will show you how easy it is to put this in, because I've seen many videos where, well, I've seen a few videos, I should say many, on this particular model, where they make this much more difficult than you have to. They start disassembling all the top end here, and there's absolutely no need for that. So we'll get out of this app. I'll just turn this phone off. And we definitely want to make sure our power is disconnected. We don't want any power going to the camera while we're doing this. And then, since this is a waterproof housing, all the electronics are sealed inside, and access to those electronics is sealed inside. But all we have to do is undo. There's 4 Phillips screws here, so we just undo these real quick. Very simple. And this will get us to the electronics and the slot where the micro SD card goes. So now this, since the screws are loose, oops, I got one that's still a little a couple threads on there. You can just pull this off. That exposes, this is your actual camera. You got your infrared LEDs, your main camera. And then if you notice, you can turn this to be very gentle, but you can turn that and it exposes right back here the slot for your micro SD card. So all you literally have to do is undo those 4 screws and then just click that in like you would any other normal. And just show you, it does come, whoops, it clicks in. And it's really that simple. I mean, that's all there is to it. We're done. It's just a matter of putting this case back on now. So if you hear somebody say, well, this is difficult, it's not really that difficult. And oops. And to be 100% honest, I've got other cameras from other manufacturers where it's very similar to this, where you have to take the case apart. Again, because they're outdoor cameras and all the electronics are sealed. But it's much more difficult to get to the little micro SD cards and to insert them and take them out. So once you've actually put these 4 screws back, make sure they're snug, but there's no reason to over torque them. This is all, the housing on this is solid. I'm assuming aluminum cast, and it's very, very strong, very sturdy. So you're not going to break it if you tighten the screws too much. Like some of the plastic ones, you can actually crack plastic rings, but this is all aluminum. This is not aluminum, obviously. So that's it. Really, it's that simple to, number one, get your camera set up and going. You saw that it was going on the phone, and I've just inserted the micro SD card. So to get it back up and running again, all I have to do at this point is plug it back in, because everything else is set up and it's ready to go. So that's it on this particular portion. I'll make a couple other videos. I'll show one on actually setting it up through the network using Internet Explorer as the browser, which will allow you to also hook up the Wi-Fi directly that way. And yeah, I'll go through the menuing system more with it. But I just wanted to give a quick little video to just show you how simple it is to get this camera hooked up. And at this point you can install it. From experience, I have mounted these on my wall on the exterior, and what I end up doing is taking a 1 1/8 inch paddle bit and drilling through the hole, a hole through the wall. That's just it. For my particular house, it works fine. I can put it up by the soffit, and all these cables, you can run them through one at a time. The reason for the largest cable or large bit size is because of this jack. But once you run those cables through there, I just bring it up through the wall cavity into my attic, and I have all my cables hooked up in the attic, because obviously this is not weatherproof or weather resistant at all. But that's very common with most of these outdoor cameras. You'll have to put all these connections into the interior wall or attic or something of that nature, or into a watertight container, a box, like an electrical box, on the exterior of wherever you're hanging it. So there's nothing unusual there, nothing difficult, obviously. So hopefully this helps a few people. I've seen a lot of questions on this, and I just wanted to show how simple it is. Till next time, have a great day.